Okay, I am a little bit late to the start of this game, but we'll catch a little bit in. This is a match that's happening between robertox and Gazbag. And, well, DW interacts with Highway. Seer interacts with Highway. Grand Markets are very good. Sculptor interacts with Highway. Highway looks important, but of course the big thing is mountebank and getting your deck under control. So what they're doing seems to make sense, at least roughly. Do you want to draw a highway this turn or not? That's something you should think about at this point. And that was very quick calculation, or just assuming that now is better, but I think that's a pretty dangerous assumption to make. Um, Looks like it might be paying off here. Well, you could either get Grand Market and a 3, so like DW, or you could get two fours. Um, Two fours and a 2 maybe, which seems better to me. So I could see like Highway, Seer, Fishing Village, or yeah, Highway, Fishing Village. I think it's going to be a bit difficult to connect this stuff together. Highway also interacts favorably with Wisps. I don't know how many highways he has left here, but I would have been inclined to the interaction between Highway and Seer is a bit complicated. I would have been inclined to try to play more non. How do I phrase this? More non wisps earlier. I guess you play Tracker next. Okay, Mountebank. Now you could go Grand Market Fishing Village. I'm not a huge fan of trackers in this deck overall, but it just goes Grand Market, doesn't want anything else. Fair enough. Yeah, the Fishing Village is after you have enough to where you're pretty consistently playing your mountebanks and potentially sculptors, the Fishing Villages lose quite a bit of their luster. Field's Gift is kind of whatever. You're going to trash an estate here, I assume. You're going to buy probably either a Seer or a Highway. Gonna, whoa, trashed a Copper? I would have much preferred trashing the estate, and then you can top deck the thing. And by the thing, I of course mean, so you make sure your Wisp hits here. By the thing, I of course mean that one thing. So this looks like double Grand Market. Maybe? Not totally sure about that. And I'm not sure exactly what you trash here either. Probably the curse by now. Because I don't think that you're. Like, the curses are going to run. The point is going to be important because piles are kind of low. Which is also why I would have thought about maybe getting, like, platinum there. Not sure I would have played this fishing village. Might have trashed it for an imp. You could play the copper and exercise the exorcist, I suppose. Well, especially if this is what you're going to do, I think I wouldn't have played the fishing village, but okay, this is 5. This could be, oh, this is 6 because I can count. Swell. Scholar, huh? You kind of need a fishing village for that, and you don't have one in play, but maybe you're counting on drawing one, and I have not been tracking your deck, but you presumably have, so that all seems fair enough. But What point do you play the tracker? I'm not sure. Certainly before the mountebank. Seer on top looks good to me. Though I guess you could argue for curse on top. You're probably giving the last curse here. Okay, at some point you really have to be worried about piles. So yeah, getting the colony makes sense. Getting a fishing village also makes some sense, because now you kind of want to lower piles. You have a big lead. Highway. Do you want to play highway before your wisps? Fishing village, and then you should probably scholar, yes. Okay, seer. Grand market for the wisps, well, for either. Liked grand market earlier. Okay, so mountebank here now. Pretty sure you want a colony. I guess you should check for a win. I don't think there's a win. It costs too much and you're too far behind. Colony province makes a lot of sense. Okay, obviously you're going to play... I would have played Seer first, but whatever. I think playing Seer first was better because it gives you the most space to look at. If you get a boon that draws, you can set it up in such a way. Okay, so they're just really greening now, which makes sense. Okay, so this is set up nicely. This should probably be Province Trash Curse. And this looks like a good hand coming up for Gazbag. You should play Seer before you play... And you should probably play Seer before you play Highway, but you should definitely play Seer before you play your Will-O-Wisp. Okay, so this is enough to get Colony plus Seer or Highway, or gold, I guess. I don't think you want a duchy. Goes for the duchy. I think the game is just likely to last too long for that to be good. Not sure. I might have played Seer before I played the Highways. You have more 3s and 4s than you have 5s and 6s. I'm not sure whether that's true, but I think it is, especially given that you had so many 5s and 6s in your hand already. And I would think you'd play your grand markets before you'd play your... I don't know. There's a lot of play order things here. Scholar. Okay, Highway before Wisp. Grand market before he Wisps. Okay, Seer is not going to draw much. Gets the grand markets. Look what I know. Grand market, grand market, grand market. Now, okay, stop and think. You have 7 buys, you have a ton of money, everything's cheaper. You can probably win here. Because you can trash a curse, so you get Colony, and then the cheapest is 3 Seers and 2 fishing villages, which costs 6, 14. Oh yeah, you easily have it here. Tracker does not seem so good to me. I would have played the mountebank, but you didn't need to play either, so it really doesn't matter. Colony, Seer, 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 fishing village, fishing village. Actually, you can even get another colony. You don't need to trash the... What is this estate about? I guess it doesn't really matter. Seer, Seer, Seer. You can buy another colony. You can trash your curse. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah, just a little bit bigger potential, and you only need 1 big turn. The piles being low, if you're duchy dancing, instead of having that pile pressure, is like, I guess they're not low enough then? I don't know. Alright, we should be getting another game coming up here momentarily. Okay, so sewers, but you could open sewers loan, and that's a quick way to trash. Before I saw loan, I was thinking that the big trashing was count, which sewers doesn't really help for. Although there's also trading posts that it does, and I guess you can get a little bit on mining village and procession. I think I like opening sewers loan, and then eventually I'm going to get a potion for universities. It's pretty hard to draw, but there is mining village courtyard and there's caravan. Um, I only want a couple universities, I think, because maybe you don't want university at all. I don't know. So, Glasgow's courtyard. Huh. Is that in an attempt to get. Maybe it's just saying, like, I'm going to get sewers on turn 3, but you're pretty likely with this opening to draw your loan on turn 3. And then this was potion. What? What did Robert open with the potion? Silver? I don't like the silver at all. If you're going to open potion, I think it ought to be. Um, I think I wouldn't have top decked the estate, but whatever. Um, Maybe it's good because it still cycles you more. Now you have to think about potion versus just caravan, yeah. Yeah, actually, the more I look at it, the less I like university, I think. Gaz seems like well ahead here. Doesn't really matter what you put on top as long as it's not cobbler or loan, I guess. Gaz has got to worry about money here soon, but I guess you've got the cobbler, so it's not that big of a concern. It would have taken a fishing village, I think. Stick the copper on top for sure. Yeah, Gaz is now nice and thin. Incredibly thin, actually. Yeah, you put a copper on top here just to be able to trash it. You trash your last copper, maybe? No, you want another cobbler. Okay, that makes some sense as well. You can trash the second copper basically at will. So, um, Robert not getting sewers here looks like a really bad. I don't really know how else to say it. It looks bad. Uh, and yeah. Well, you should play your courtyard here. You put your copper on top because you want to trash it. Play your fishing village, I think. And buy count just for economy. Another cobbler. Okay. So gain with silver. Okay, sure. Just buy a gold. Another cobbler. This is a lot of cobblers. You can play with procession here, I guess, but I'm not super convinced by it. Gains a silver and a caravan, sure. So now you're just going to gain a lot of caravans and province every turn, basically, I think. And eventually you can get like more fishing village or mining village with courtyard. Yeah, Robert's plan just looks too slow based on, well, based on the sewers being way too late. Caravan. I think you play the last one as well. Don't think it matters a ton though. But based on how your durations were split up, I think playing the extra caravan there made more sense. Anyway, Robert should definitely play this caravan. This is a shuffle you definitely want to trigger. Okay. Sure. Caravan, courtyard. Doesn't matter really. Caravan, fishing village, courtyard. No. No. Well, stick a province back. You can cycle past it. I think keeping the caravan this turn made more sense, but whatever. It's not going to be important. You're just going to province every turn. You're going to need more villages, more courtyards. I think mining village looks better than fishing village at this point because it, draws a card, and the money from fishing village isn't doing anything for you. Robert should be trashing here, I think. Top deck the cobbler and trash or something. I don't know. Robert could be resigning here, really. Top deck's a potion. If you want to trash it, and okay, this is not the worst play ever, but it's still not going to win. That's for sure. Hey, mining villages. What do you know? Stick a courtyard on top? Sure. Auto playing treasures won't play the loan, so he doesn't have to play these individually, but it's fine. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so you trash just one copper here, along with your curse in your estate. Maybe you have to keep your, I don't know, you're really, really resignable. I mean, like you kind of need to buy province now, but you kind of needed to buy province 2 to 3 turns ago, so yeah. Kept the estate, sure. 2 turns ago might have been enough. Maybe not, though. I don't know. Um, okay, interesting decision to trash there. Don't think I like it, but whatever. Like it's never mattering. Courtyard. Courtyard again. 2, 5, 6. So you got to play one of these counts for money if you want a province. And you need a province. So I guess you hope that Gazbag has a total dud, which is just impossible though, right? With the 4 caravans, a fishing village, and 2 cobblers in play. Yeah, it's quite impossible. He's just gaining a couple duchies, but that also doesn't do it. So, right, I guess this loses for Gazbag if Robert can province double duchy, but that isn't ever happening. You can't get enough money, you can't get enough gains, you can't get enough draw. I wonder if he's thinking about taking a procession to be able to gain a count and maybe play it. Procession, just 2 estates. Okay. Actually, not the hugest fan of that play. But to me, it probably suggests not the greatest deck tracking. I don't think the trashing that was necessary. But okay, whatever. It's not really going to matter. You're beating province double duchy. You're tying to province double duchy trash a curse. And yeah, I don't know. It's never going to happen. Apply a duchy, cobbler. Whatever, you can gain estates, but mining villages is the easiest. Just, you don't have to calculate a thing. You buy province. Cool. Mersey dotes and dozy dotes and little lambsy divey. Inventor, withdraw and plus actions, suggests that Inventor is the way to go here. You can even Seaway one. You could Seaway Captain with Inventor. You could Seaway whatever. The only tricky thing about the Inventor thing here is that you want to be relying on City Quarter as your draw and action suite, I think. And you need money for that, and Inventor's economic impact is not money based. I don't think I like opening Inventor actually, because you really want to hit early as 5 for Century. Inventor doesn't help you do that very much. There isn't that much that you want to invent early on, so improve makes some amount of sense, although I'm not mega sold on it. Enchantress I do like. Just generally, you also have to worry out at some point about the piles ending because Deathcart ruins, but that's quite a long ways off. I wouldn't worry about it too much for now. There's also Courtier, which can help be payload because Captain is 3 types now that they've added Command to be a type. Actually, Enchantress is also 3 types. These are 2 types, but and he wants exactly 1 Inventor. I mean, I think you kind of need to take a silver or 2 here, despite it not working well with the City. Whoa! This seems way too early for City Quarter to me. I think I would have maybe opened Baron Silver? Maybe Baron Enchantress, maybe Enchantress Silver. I don't know. I don't like getting Inventor early here, though. Like, you want it, but you don't want it early. I do like having some amount of Enchantresses, and I eventually want a lot of City Quarters, but eventually want a lot of City Quarters, right? Not so early. Okay, Gazbag here probably should get the Sentry. Does he turn the improve into a potion? Okay, so he's gonna go for golem. Don't know how I feel about that. I don't think I like it at the moment. Maybe later, but it looks pretty bad with this plan of buying City Quarter right after, because there's no way you're going to get to Golem now. I think you should just play Enchantress here. Okay. And then this should be another Sentry for Robert. Yeah. So you lead on your City Quarter, obviously. You trash just copper here, I think. And I still think you need more econ. Guess you could get a death card here. It's econ and it helps with their City Quarters. Pretty bad with the Golem plan also, though. Okay, so this will be a Golem. This is pretty decent for Robert. Inventor something. Another Enchantress. I mean, they seem like they're quite over terminal to me. Okay, you're gonna want to. Actually, this should probably be a City Quarter as opposed to a Golem. Wow, I don't like it. I do like upgrading the Inventor into a Sentry. But with 7 money, I think you take your chance to hit a City Quarter. That was a nice Sentry reveal. This one was not. Time for another City Quarter. I think Captain doesn't look that great here. I mean, it's kind of okay, but there's no non-terminal for it to be, which is kind of your big problem. City Quarter? Yeah, okay. So feed in the City Quarter, I think. No, you gotta feed in the Golem, maybe? Oh, I don't like that. Okay, so this is another Inventor and a Sentry. But I want to have an Enchantress in play pretty reliably. Well, maybe pigging something is, I guess, less important given that your opponent's kind of over-terminaled. Trash the copper and discard the Enchantress. Okay, keep both of those. You play Enchantress and, I guess, Captain. Captain on Baron. Pay off your debt and get another City Quarter. I think Robert looks to have an advantage now. Although it's still fairly close. Feed a Sentry. Okay, this is good. This is okay. Another Inventor and another Golem. And what do you want to improve? I kind of think it might be time to improve the improve, but no. Okay. Interesting. Not sure which of these you feed in, except that it's not City Quarter. Oh, you're going to feed whatever you Captain play, so it doesn't really matter. Cool. So you play City Quarter first. Okay, this lets you trash an estate, I guess. No, you're supposed to invent something before you played City Quarter there. I would already have been thinking about, can I empty piles? Which I don't think you can. But it's kind of close. Baron makes some sense. You just play everything here. Improve. You play both Enchantresses, I think. Sentry didn't really matter one way or another. I'd be pretty inclined to Seaway here. If you Seaway Inventor, I think Seaway Inventor and buy City Quarter was really close to winning on your next turn, wasn't it? Isn't it? Because you just need enough money to, yeah. And then you could improve in Inventor. Your Inventors all come with plus buys. You can empty the Inventors, the Death card, well, the Inventors, the Ruins, and probably something else. I really think that was the way to go. Okay, buys a City Quarter. Okay, but Pagan Enchantress, or a Sentry, excuse me. That was absolutely the thing I meant to say, and absolutely better than what I actually did say. Okay, so again, I want to check for a win here. Looks to me like you could have won. If you would have Seawayed Inventor. You're not going for a win. I think it was really close. You could maybe still have won. Probably Baron. Courtier. Okay, what? That's not what you want to reveal. Click your undo button. You want to reveal Enchantress. Okay. Be really, really worried about losing here. I still want to Seaway Inventor. And then I'd probably buy a province and maybe a City Quarter, although I'd be worried about Gazbag being able to win. That's so many Enchantresses. You don't need that many Enchantresses. They don't do anything for you. Again, feed the Sentry here. I think. Actually, I'm not 100% sure. This might be better. Okay, you got to play your Golem now before you don't have a chance. Sure, play the City Quarter first. Just, you get to see what you draw, right? Gain an Inventor, Golem. Okay, Gaz might have a win here. Death cards? Captain? No, that's not the way. What? You need gains. You desperately need gains. Like if you gained Death card there, then you are kind of low on actions, huh? Yeah, you're too low on actions. Now you're in really bad shape. Oh, I guess you could also just be going for... We know this last card is Captain. So Courtier for action money buy. And then invent province, invent province. A Courtier for action money buy. Captain for Courtier for action money buy. Invent province, invent province. And you have 3 buys. You can only get to 4 provinces here. This is really bad. Well, then maybe you should play Enchantress. Oh, you can maybe get to what? I can't count. 5 provinces. Which might be enough. Kinda don't think it is. Actually, it might be because Robert only has a couple inventors, and you have a lot more. So play a number of barons with 2 inventors. Okay, now again, like you should have done on previous. Oh, is it just 1 inventor? Holy crap. This is pretty bad. So if you invent a baron, you can courtier, courtier. Action money buy, because you're still action limited despite everything, I think. Maybe you're not quite action limited. You could take a gold instead of an action on at least one of these. You can invent a baron. Right now you're sitting on 4 buys. You need to get to 5 buys. So if you invent a baron, you city quarter to draw it. You play the baron. You play captain for action money buy. So this is, you're up to 14. This is going to get you to 7. Well, you can play city quarter. You play captain for gold money buy. You play city quarter again. You just 20, 23 for, you play it on courtier, gold money buy. I don't think this is enough to get 5 provinces though. And if it's not enough to get 5 provinces, what are we doing? You just played it as baron. You could have 4 more money here maybe. I think you could have gotten a quad province, but obviously quad province isn't good enough. Yeah, you're basically just lost now. I guess you can hope for a Gazbag dud, which is what you should do. So you should get like double province. Triple province maybe. I guess you just have to hope that he can't even pile out. This is like he doesn't get to a city quarter, so double province centuries something. No, this is too many duchies. This is too many duchies. Yeah, this is no good. I think this is no good. I guess maybe you could just go for a duchy pile out next turn. Okay. Eek. So you just play this as anything if you're Gazbag. Oh, you found a city quarter. You're very happy about that. Eek. Okay, this is good continuation. Continue city quarter. Century. Trash the copper. Okay, have a think. No, this is just a win, right? So you invent anything, really anything. You invent a duchy. You play improve. You play captain as baron, say. Discard the estate, and you can improve an inventor, and you can buy. Uh, this is two buys. You need. Ooh, maybe this is a gain short. Is this a gain short? Can do enchantresses. Wait. Hold on. Was there not a? Oh, this looks insane. If you just didn't draw the enchantress, right? You discarded the courtier. If you drew the courtier instead, that gives you an extra buy here. You could have gained a duchy and then bought the city. Yeah, that was a win. That was just a missed win. Because you could have improved your inventor into duchy. You had a buy. You wouldn't have had this enchantress you drew. Yeah, you just draw the. Oh, Gaz missed a win here. Sad, sad day for him. This should be a pretty easy win for Robert now, I think. robertox. He just needs like anything. It's probably in hand already, right? You just take money in a buy, you invent something, you play your captain, you just need to, let's say you invent the estate, you can buy duchy and city quarter and you win. Invent estate, buy duchy, city quarter, GG. This is going to be massive overkill now. Invent a ham sandwich, which is a great thing to invent, by the way, because before they existed, man, I gotta tell you, the world was a sadder place. He's gonna play all of his actions. Doesn't really matter. You could actually, at this point, triple province and win on points that way. City quarter. You can province city quarter. You can anything. The world is your oyster. Burrito, sandwich. The world is your ham sandwich. Okay, Masquerade looks good per usual. Wolf Den Museum is interesting. Masquerade mix maybe a little bit less good than usual because there is Spice Merchant and Recruiter. Um, Still probably good enough. Both of you are probably going to end up being really thin, and then the Masquerade passes are going to make a game a bit of a crapshoot. Um, you've got Quarry with the only plus buy being Spice Merchant. So actually you do have to worry about running out of cards in your deck quite a bit. This should probably be a recruiter. Because you have Recruiter and Masquerade and maybe Spice Merchant all trashing cards. Yeah, so not getting the Spice Merchant makes quite a decent amount of sense. Do you not want the second Recruiter? Definitely pass Copper. Absolutely pass Copper because you want the estates, because you want more fuel for that Recruiter. I wonder about getting an outpost pretty quickly here, actually. Oh, I wouldn't have passed the estate again. I would have passed a Copper. Yeah, that early outpost. Loving it. Okay, pass Copper. For Pete's sake. And I will also be trashing Coppers. Um, what is this? A second Masquerade? A silver? Silver. Gazbag has one estate, so I like playing the Masquerade first. Now you play Recruiter, trash an estate, play Outpost, buy Plaza, sure, yes. Buy another Plaza or another Silver? Silver, yeah, that looks good. Plaza. Recruit your Masquerade, I think. Well, flip it. Trash your second Recruiter. Pass a Copper. Buy another Plaza, maybe. That was me checking to make sure that I had my audio on, as I had a moment of panic that I not made sure that my mic was hooked up correctly, but it is, as obviously you've been listening for over 45 minutes now. Trash the estate. Play Outpost by Plaza. Discard anything by Plaza. Courtyard, huh? Not sure. I guess Museum and Wolf Den together is just kind of odd. Discard a Copper, play your Outpost, buy a Plaza. I think a Plaza is what you want still. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it should just be a Courtyard by now. Don't discard. No! Recruit your Masquerade. Yeah. Now you definitely want to get a Courtyard, I think. Gold. I don't like that. Trash the quarry, yeah. Quarry has outlived its usefulness. Got another Courtyard here. Could be another Plaza as well, but I think Courtyard seems fine. Yep. Okay. Doesn't really matter. You're going to play these Plazas. Now, do you get a Courtyard? Do you get a second gold? You get a second one of those. Another Plaza. I I mean, that's would have been my option number 3. Remodel. I don't like that. Okay. Still playing Masquerade. I don't think either of you are quite thin enough for the Masquerade to hurt so much. Stick the Plaza, yeah, by province. What? No. No, not remodel. No, what? No. I don't like the remodels. I don't like them at all. Remodel recruiter into gold. Buy a courtyard. Okay. I mean, I think you would have been well served to do that later, but maybe you're just going to have enough money now and you're going to say, it's okay, mate. I'm going to like remodel a copper into this courtyard later. I don't know. Or the Masquerade. You still have a Masquerade, I think, right? Yeah. Should probably be a second gold here for Robert. I guess it could be a second remodel, but it's the last plaza. Okay. Gonna trash is a copper. This should be copper into courtyard. 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 What? No. Well, I mean, that's good for museum, but it's bad for Wolf Den. I don't think you needed the third gold so much. Maybe you're planning on remodeling it. It's really time to recruit this quarry for Robert, I think. I guess you could be planning on remodeling it. I don't know. This should be another courtyard. Wow, spends all the coffers for a province. I don't like that. Play courtyard. Stick whatever on top, doesn't really matter. Plaza, plaza. Discard a copper, remodel recruiter into gold. Buy another courtyard. It's gotta be courtyard. First silver. Okay. Gaz could stop here, put a plaza on top, and just buy the province now. Looks like that's probably what he's doing here. Okay, so plaza. I think I play the Masquerade. It's a little bit dangerous because you might not have something bad to pass. You're just going to remodel the Crossroads into remodel and not play the Masquerade. This is exactly one copper left, and exactly one masquerade left, and exactly one courtyard for Gazbag, I think. So here, what? Play outpost, remodel gold into province, buy courtyard. Okay, thank you. Gold into province. Now you're down on golds, but I think it's okay. You have exactly one crossroads again. That's minus 1 point to take the first copy of some card, and then you get +3 for the second copy. A weird play order, but it doesn't matter. I would have stuck the plaza on top there, I think. This remodel is not. Okay, and now you're going to buy province. Buy silver. I was thinking you were going to buy province with the idea that if you provinced again here, then you'd win. I guess that's just too unlikely, but there's no good remodel here to do, I don't think. Duchy buys silver over a second duchy. Okay. Don't know that that's a huge difference. I guess you're playing this masquerade here if you're Gazbag. Passing the copper and getting back a remodel which wins you the game. I don't know that remodel was a good pass there. By I don't know, I think it was. I think it wasn't. Province to province. Just buy whatever. Yeah. Very interesting. Museum and Wolf Den together. Bit interesting. Okay, tournament. Nobles. Lots of green cards that you might be wanting to get. There's castles. I don't like opening Star Chart, I don't think. I think I probably open Temple Silver, then get tournaments. There's also Windfall as a nice reward for getting thin. The discard attack, I think, though, of followers is going to be pretty important here. Just not so big on Star Chart. I mean, I'd probably get it at some point, but okay. And you buy a Vagrant. Now you get a tournament. And you put, okay, put Temple on top. Get a silver. Okay, so Gazbag has a very important thing here. I'm pretty sure you should play the Vagrant first and Star Chart in a state. Yes. And now trash. Two things. And buy what? 5 VP, I'm pretty sure is still too early for Temple. Second tournament makes quite a bit of sense. Stick just a tournament on top or something. Bit unfortunate to miss here. Can't get to windfall. Gets a caravan guard. I'm thinking about the race between trying to get to windfall versus trying to get to province. I guess followers might not be that important. Don't play this temple by windfall. Because there is like hideout nobles if you're thin enough. I think Gazbag being thinner is just very far ahead now though. It's in fact kind of incredible that he's not going to hit, probably not going to hit province this turn, but it's also not going to matter. Actually, he might hit province this turn. Yeah. And now you take the province because you know you have this. And I think your deck is too thin to win multiple tournaments here, but you probably just take Steed anyway. Trash a copper, get another province. So, okay. Now I think I'd take followers. You just want to draw cards. And then princess. So, tournament next. Followers. Play followers. Play tournament. Play tournament. Take princess. Play princess. Buy some nobles. A province and hideout. That's okay. The game is extremely over. Just don't play your temple here and buy province if you're Gazbag. Yep, this is getting too many tournaments can be a problem. Buy a vagrant, I guess. Don't reveal the provinces here. Okay, now I'd probably take a temple for 5 points. Another hideout is actually also quite reasonable. Curse. And this is the turn that Robert gets to windfall. Many, many, many turns too late. Might have stuck a copper on top if I were him, actually. Play tournament next, don't reveal. Play hideout, trash a copper. Play princess, get some nobles. I mean, this should also win easily. I would take the temple again, just points. Vagrant is, I guess, okay. I mean, everything wins. There's no much to be critical about at this point. Oh yeah, 4 because the caravan guard was coming in. Not really in love with always putting province on top, but whatever. You're so far ahead that it doesn't matter. Province. Curse. No, curse is better, yeah. The problem is, Robert just can't get more gains. So, like, you could try to say, oh, I'm going to go through the castles, but the only plus buy card available is currently in Gazbag's deck, so the only other way of gaining more points is like, well, I guess kind of Temple, but Duchy off tournament, and it's just like it's not happening, man. You could just take money here and share the province. You could do this also. You could take a bag of gold here, or not. It's not really gonna matter. Probably put Steed on top. I mean, the world is your burrito here. Probably go cards actions here with the idea that, I could hit Diadem, but it really don't matter. Here we go. Nice and over like it's been for a very, very long time. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Is it only a 5 game match? Am I missing something? I don't know. Okay, Diplomat, Scrying Pool, Urchin. Urchin, Mercenary. Mercenary's the only trashing, and while you could try to play without trashing, because Scrying Pool will eventually be able to draw you enough, I don't know that I believe in it. Really nice for Gazbag here. I would probably still try to get some diplomats because I want a village, and the extraneous diplomats aren't going to hurt me too much, but I don't know. I'm also not a fan of the third urchin from Gazbag, I don't think. I would have been more of a fan of a third urchin from robertox. I mean, I guess the third urchin is about upping your action density for your pools, and helping you draw cards that way. But I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Obviously, he's going to buy a pool here. He's going to trash 2 coppers, buy a pool here. What you keep there is actually not 100% trivial if you're robertox. Now you could get a capital or another diplomat. The reason I would think about capital is that you want kind of a lot of cheap things, and it's the only plus buy on the board is actually really the big thing. Do you get a transmute? I think I would. I think it's mildly better than nothing. I do understand that terminal space is an issue though, so maybe I'm wrong about that. This would be another pool. Pools start to lose their value pretty quickly though. So you play your pool next. I guess pool versus urchin doesn't make a big difference, but I think I like doing pool first. Keeping this estate so you can mark it. I don't know about that either. You're eventually going to mark it all. Marking the estate now versus later doesn't make a big difference. You want to make sure you hit your stuff. Okay, so you lead one diplomat, of course. And now you pool. I guess if you're thin enough, diplomats can be villages. Because your remaining deck is too small? Question mark? Right, they're gonna have money problems soon, aren't they? I don't see much reason not to play this urchin plus diplomat here. The distant land seems not good to me. Like, it might be fine for now, but your next few turns aren't doing anything. Okay, Gaz. Yeah, so robertox is about to start having turns which do like nothing. Yeah, you should leave the distant lands, I think. So another pool for Gazbag. They both really need to be upping their economy here more than anything, I think. Their draw is going to be fine with the scrying pools. Maybe at some point you're going to need another one, but um, you don't have enough money in your deck to do anything is the issue. I guess distant lands kind of works with diplomat. The last card here is a mercenary. I don't know whether you want to draw it or not. I think you want to buy a silver. Oh, you could play it. Okay, so okay. I don't know about that. Gets another silver. Might have trashed the potion instead. Buy a gold. But also trash the potion. Okay, I like the gold. Diplomat, diplomat. No. Pool before diplomat shouldn't be good. Now your diplomat's not a village. Plus you might have been able to get away with not playing an attack, which you didn't know, but would have actually been, could have been if Gaz had his Diplomat in hand could have been a good thing. Buy a silver. Or trash Diplomat and Potion and buy a gold. Which might have been better, but I think not, because you don't really want to trash your Diplomat. Okay. Well, you want another gold here. I'd probably trash the potion and a copper. Before getting it, I guess you could get a capital as well. I don't know that you're really going to have much chance to plus buy, though. Okay. This suggests you want more pools. Mm, Gold. Okay. Okay, so now you're going to buy pool and gold, probably. Pay 3 debt. And you had 11, so now you'll have 14, which means you'll effectively have 11, which means you can do the same thing again this turn, more or less. Leave the urchin on top. Okay, so here's something I want to talk about is, here I might even leave the urchin on top, because you, as Gazbag, you really want to pool into it, but as robertox, you know that he has Diplomat in hand, so he wants to play his Diplomat first before pools. I guess the plus actions don't matter that much right now, so maybe it's fine. If you're going to do this, robertox, you probably should have gotten the capital last turn and played it more like Gazbag did. Which, yeah, I guess you probably should have just done, but whatever. Okay. So Gazbag probably goes gold pool again. Is this going to be a pool? Is this going to be a distant lands? Because you know that you have both diplomats in this coming hand, which means that, well, you have some chance of getting the distant lands off, and then I don't know. Discard urchin. Bada boom. Okay, so now it's time to think a little bit, huh? 2 buys. You go pool. province? Distant lands, huh? Okay. So now does Robert get the last pool here? Pool gold? No. Well, that doesn't seem very good to me. I don't think. Eh, double distant lands is kind of aggressive, right? Like, you kind of need your diplomat to hit to be able to play them both. But I guess you're saying, no, it makes some sense. It makes some sense. Okay, so Gazbag, knowing that there's a silver on top, should play Urchin first in his next turn, I think, to maximize the chances of your pools hitting actions. This could be double distant lands back, and still has a debt. Plays the pool first. And it worked out, but I don't think I like it. Well, this is going to hit a diplomat. But yeah. On the plus side, there is a pool in his next hand. At least one. Actually, I think multiple. Another urchin? Really? What is that? I guess it helps you draw a little bit. This could be a gold. It could be a... I think gold makes the most sense, yeah. Okay, diplomat reacts. Yeah, so now this is a deck drawn. Now, this is 17 money. This could just be province or province transmute, because I still think transmute is probably worth getting. Yeah, it looks like Gaz is angling for this pile out on urchins in a couple turns. Might get a little complicated. I don't really think the Gazbag should be trying to make the game shorter, but maybe it's fine. No, play the Diplomat first. Guess it doesn't matter that much, but double province. Could be province urchin. I think it should just be double province though. Yeah, you take the 4 debt, but it's better to take it now, I think. This is 4 on the mat, and this is 3 on the, yeah. So like if you go province urchin, oh, I don't like that. Maybe it's okay. This game seems wide open. A dud at any point could be deciding. Completely deciding. In fact, I think I would have liked capital more than diplomat. Second capital gives you a lot of control. I don't know. Wonder if you ever think about playing your mercenary. Yes. This is trashing an urchin. Yeah. So this gets you a little extra money. Play your distant lands, of course. Could double province here. Oh, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So now, I mean, now as Robert, I think you have to double province if you can. Pool. And he should be able to here. He should be drawing the deck here. Diplomat. What? No. 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 The attack is not worth it. The attack is not worth it, my dude. Plus, if you wanted to do that, you should have trashed the potion. Now you've hurt your ability to do stuff later. Oh, this game was so close and tense before that. Oh man, it still kind of is. Great time for a dud. Duchy. Okay. So he could still province here. He has enough money in his deck to do that. Pool. No. No. Pool. No. Yes. Diplomat. Okay. But what do you do here? Double duchy? Duchy urchin? Just a duchy? Duchy capital? A lot of options. Kind of like duchy capital. I'm not gonna lie. Again, I like playing urchin first here as opposed to pool. Gazbag should be on the bottom. Whoa, discarded a pool? That seems very wrong to me. Discard that. You gotta draw everything, right? Urchin. Okay. So this could again be double duchy, or again my preferred duchy capital. $12 money and 2 buys, and 6 debt coming at the end of the turn. I like duchy capital. I like it a lot more than double duchy. A lot more, maybe not a lot more. I like it more. Buy a diplomat. %, diplomat, yeah. Okay, so the diplomat reacts. Discard potion duchy. Very happy to see pool. You'll take urchin. This is working out really well for Gazbag. I might have kept, okay, so he's drawing the deck. Now, this is 9. You gotta, well, I would have thought about playing the mercenary on 2 urchins there. But I guess it doesn't really, if you're gonna do that, it'll just be because you're winning. And if you're winning, you can do it on urchin and diplomat still. This is 11, 17. So like this is why a reason why capital is better, right? If he has capital instead of duchy here, 11, 17, 23, you can double province. I mean, this has got to still be good enough because, yeah, I mean, it's just got to still be good enough. But I guess if there's like a couple of consecutive duds, then Robert could still win. So you could merc potion and diplomat here. I think the 3rd diplomat is worse than the urchin. Player diplomat. You got some money left to draw. But yeah, this is actually another reason to trashing diplomat was definitely better than trashing the urchin here, because you could play the urchin now and well, you can't double duchy, you realize. So you gotta go like duchy capital. What? No, because you can't play around Gazbag getting a duchy. That's just half the points. You're never catching up. So you can't get the estate. That don't make no sense. I'm not making any sense. Yeah, you should buy an estate there, I think, if you're Gazbag. Top deck's a gold. No, you have to be more ambitious, my dude. diplomat. Play a diplomat. Okay, last card is mercenary. Again, just get the duchy. I mean, I guess you could get a capital instead of the duchy, but at this point I think I just get the duchy because you still got to draw it all, and that's becoming increasingly difficult. So I'd go like duchy, capital, state, I don't know, diplomat, urchin, something. No! Oh wait, this wins. Yes, this wins. Never mind. What am I saying? Gazbag misplayed the end. Should have definitely taken the estate there for this exact reason. Would have been a tie. Oh well. Is this actually the last one? Yeah. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody.